So this is the revision of chapter number 5, children. And first question is that you have to write why these things, means the give reason. We see only one side of the moon. Why we see only the one side of the moon? You have to write down the answer for that. You weigh less on the moon. Why this happens? As comparative to the earth weight, our weight is less on the moon. You have to write down the reason for that. If we throw a ball up, it comes back to the earth. Why this happens? Anything, like if you throw anything on above, so it will come back to the earth. Why this happens? You have to write down that answer. Then when a big rock crashes on the surface of the moon, we cannot hear it. Why? But if we something crash on earth, we hear the loud sound, but on the moon, if it happens, we cannot hear anything. What is the reason behind it? Then you have to correct these statements. You will write the corrected statement in your answers. Okay, no need to write down the question, but I request you to write down the questions of give reason, the first sentence and the reason, then or maybe in the continuation. But if we'll say for the correct the statement, write down the correct statement only. No need to write down the wrong statement. Okay. The gravity of the moon is 1/10 of the Earth's gravity. Mike Collin was the first man to step on the moon. Who was the first man to step on the moon? You have to write down the correct name. A solar eclipse occurs on a full moon day. What happens on a full moon day? You have to write it. Easy. I think that's very easy. The core is the thinnest layer of the earth. Then communication satellites are used for scientific researches. So you have to correct all these statements and you have to write down the corrected one. You don't need to write the wrong one. And then you have to complete these statements. Solar eclipse occurs when what happens? What is the movement of the sun or earth or moon, whatever it is. You have to write down that. Then lunar eclipse occurs when what happens when it happens. The moon's gravity is what? You have to complete it. The 4 major water bodies on the earth are, you have to name these 4 water bodies. Name the equator, near the equator, it is dash. I mean, you can write anything you like. We'll see the perfect answer over here. So this is all about the revision number 2 from chapter number 5. I'll request you to please write down the answers nicely and neatly. In question number 1, you have to write down the sentence. You can continue with the because, like we see only one side of the moon because, and you'll continue with the answer. In question number 2, correct the statements. You can only write down the corrected statement. No need to write down the wrong statement. Then complete the statement. Obviously, you have to write down the whole question. Okay, this is all about today's test. So quickly write down the answers. Then we'll discuss these answers later on. Okay, tell me the answer for the first give reason, first one. Unmute yourself and answer, please.
Yes, ma'am. We see only one side of moon because, ma'am, as the moon orbits the earth, the sun shines on different parts of moon. The parts that are illuminated are ones who visible from the earth.
Okay, that's the correct answer. Fine. Okay, next. Thank you, Nitya. Who can tell the next one? Sparsh.
Ma'am, answer is Incorrect, ma'am, because the answer is the moon takes 27 days to.
No,
Ma'am,
it's
I
the
am.
same. It's the same. It's the same. The way she said it's another way, but she didn't mention the words, the number, but otherwise she's fine. You have to tell the next answer.
You weigh less on the moon. The moon's gravity is 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. So the object on the moon weighed 1/6 less than on the Earth.
Very good. That's the correct one. The language is different, but the answer was correct of Nitya and yours also right. Aditya Malhotra, next answer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, if we throw a ball up, it comes back to the earth. Ma'am, if we throw a ball up, it comes back to the earth because the earth has gravitational force.
Perfect. Very good. All right. And next answer, Tushar Rawat.
Yes, ma'am. When a big rock crashes on the surface of moon, we cannot hear it. Yes, ma'am. The moon has no atmosphere and no air, so we cannot hear the crashes of a big rock.
Very good. Because of the atmosphere, we could not hear the sound, any kind of sound, right? Thank you. Okay, Akshay, tell us the next answer. Correct the statement.
The gravity of the moon is 1/10 of the Earth's gravity. Answer is the gravity of the moon is 1/6 of the Earth's gravity.
All right, perfect. Asmita, second answer.
Mike Collins was the first man to step on the moon. Ma'am, answer is Neil Armstrong was the
Neil
first man.
Armstrong, correct. That's correct. All right. Pritika, next answer.
A solar eclipse occurs on a full moon day. A solar eclipse occurs on a new moon day.
Okay. And Shrishti Pandey, next answer.
Yes, ma'am. The core is the thinnest layer of the earth. No, the crust is the thinnest layer of the earth.
Perfect. Very good. Rudra Goyal, next answer.
Communication satellites are used for scientific research. No, scientifically satellites are used for scientific research.
Very good. Correct. Thank you. Yes, Shreyansh.
Solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes between the earth and sun, and casts a shadow on earth and hides the sun.
Very good. Or otherwise, you can precise the answer as it is just to complete the statement. You can simply write solar eclipse occurs when the moon comes in between the earth and the sun, the shortest one, right? Okay. Yes, Rimsha Priyanshi. Rimsha will tell, good afternoon, beta. Rimsha will tell the B part and Priyanshi will tell the C part. Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, eclipse occur when earth casts its shadow over the moon.
Correct. Or what comes in between?
What, ma'am?
What a lunar eclipse occurs when a earth comes between the sun and the earth, right? Okay. Okay. And then, yes, next one.
Yes. Ma'am, the moon gravity is 1/6 of the earth gravity.
Perfect. All right. Anshul, next answer. Anshul, your voice is breaking.
Four major bodies on earth are oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers. Ma'am, because
No. That's not the correct answer. That is not the correct answer. So the major water bodies are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. These are the main 4 water bodies, major water bodies, right? Okay. Ananya Gangwani, the next answer, please. It's your voice is not audible. So we'll give chance to somebody else. Who knows the answer? The next Priyanshi Rimsha. Yeah, one of you can tell. Near the equator it is. Yeah, any one of you, beta.
Ma'am, Antarctic Ocean.
I am asking beta E part. Near the equator it is.
Ma'am, near the equator. Ma'am, I know. Ma'am, I know.
It is Tropic of Cancer.
No, it is very hot near the equator. As we compare the poles, North Pole and the South Pole are the coldest one, and as compared and equator is the hottest. It is always hot there, and it rains almost near the equator. Okay, so you have to learn it carefully.